This part is not going to be like the others. The Saiyaman saga, up until the end of the Buu saga, is the least popular and most criticized part of the entire Dragon Ball story, and for good reason. Akira Toriyama has been writing for 15 years at this point. His ideas began to become more convoluted and contrived. Important aspects were forgotten, but that is not to say the entire saga could be done away with. And I'll look to focus on what Dragon Ball continues to get right, even through the train wreck that was this whole saga. We begin with Gohan's adventures as the Great Saiyaman. I'll be honest, as a kid, I hated this part. I wanted to see tough opponents and cool explosions, not this cringy stuff. But looking back, I realized just how vital this arc is, and why many more shonen need stuff like this. Dragon Ball Z, ever since Raditz arrived, has been almost a non-stop roller coaster. Raditz arrives, everyone immediately starts preparing for the Saiyans. After Vegeta leaves, everyone immediately starts plotting how to get to Namek to get the Dragon Balls. All of the Namek saga happens. They arrive on Earth for a little bit of peace, only to have Frieza swing on by, and the threat of the androids is introduced. 3 years of training for the foreseeable threat. Then the events between Androids 19 and 20 and Cell getting his perfect form take place in only a matter of days. Aside from being the best, what the hell is everyone fighting for again? Oh yeah, peace, laughter, joy, being able to have a family, enjoy the sunshine. Beyond these legends exists a world that keeps on turning, with people who have everyday problems, loves that begin to blossom, and everything that the heroes fight to protect. Talking about it is one thing, actually seeing it is another. We are introduced to Goku's second child, Goten. This is important for the narrative of an epic saga. Saying time flows by is one thing, as is having the cliche time skip. But to have a second child in that time skip makes everything in the fantasy feel so real. People say Dragon Ball is full of cliche stuff, but in reality, we never go back to some stationary status quo. Jumping off that, Goten and Trunks going Super Saiyan. Clear case of Toriyama messing up. The 4 other Saiyans' transformations all make sense, being driven to the brink of their limits and their sanity to cause the transformation to occur. These kids just being able to do it makes no sense. For Goten, you can make the argument that Goku did the dirty while in Super Saiyan form, so genetics or something. But there's nothing you can really say about Trunks. Maybe after Vegeta transformed, he went back to Earth to celebrate by knocking out Bulma, and Super Saiyan sperm got passed along. That's about as much of a headcanon as I can come up with. I'm not really feeling the whole S-cells they try to shoehorn in. It's like Saiyan metachlorians. So after our fun adventures with the Great Saiyaman, introduction to Goten and Videl, and the episode that made every single one of us try to fly and make energy between their hands, we get our next point of interest. The World Martial Arts Tournament, and Goku coming back for a day. Vegeta gets his final shot at Goku. Families reunite. Everything is happy, until things get real.
She needs to drop out, now. Something's not right about him.
I've seen enough! This match is over!
This man is the Supreme Kai, which in case you're wondering, puts him above everyone else in the universe.
Dragon Ball continues its never-ending ability to keep us guessing, since anything can happen. Everyone was led to believe that these two were going to be the next villains of the series. Just look at this smirky bitch. But as we quickly find out, this smirky bitch is actually the Supreme Kai, which is now, what, level 4 on the God scale? And a new evil is emerging. We are once again brought to the question, after the strongest being in the universe, and the created strongest being from the future, how do you find a villain to challenge Goku and friends? You went forward last time, this time you go back to our primordial time. A creature made up of pure, raw evil, sealed away for thousands of years, now set to be resurrected. One thing that the saga had going for it was its sheer brutality. First we see the villains utterly manhandle Videl in a devastating beating. Later on, this wasn't shown in the anime, but in the manga, we saw a family literally torn in half by the bad guys to take their space. Babidi just straight up blows up his henchmen with his mind. And the threat of the Demon King, the strongest being brought over from a different realm of existence, lets us know he means business by blowing up God's assistant. And spitting on the cannon fodder to get them out of the way. So we have a primordial evil whose power makes God afraid, a wizard who can just blow you up with his mind, and an interdimensional demon king who can kill you just by spitting on you. Threats are being established, and the Saiyans just don't care.
But I'm afraid that it requires Deborah being defeated.
That works for me. A problem with a simple solution. Just how I like it. Heh.
This is one of the best little things this saga has done. These Saiyans have been through grueling, world-ending events with some of the most intense training imaginable, fighting beings from every corner of the universe and from multiple timelines, achieving legendary transformations and overcoming everything put in front of them. It would feel quite anticlimactic if with every saga you tried to do away with all that the Saiyans have strived for all this time. And they set this up beautifully, making the evil wizard, Satan, and even the Supreme Kai himself look upon them in awe of their might. The challenges that shocked the Supreme Kai and surprised the Buddha for needing to go so far are brushed aside like they're nothing. This does an excellent job of reminding us just who these Saiyans are, and these peasants that are supposed to be the scourge of the universe are but measly cannon fodder for our mighty heroes. So how can we keep these unbelievable warriors from stopping the bad guys before Majin Buu is released? We turn one of them against the others.
All right, it's time I put an end to this mockery.
Now hold on just a second. It's not like Gohan's already lost or anything, so that means it's still his turn.
I don't care. I'm not here for this.
During Gohan's fight with the Demon King, the Buddha noticed something that changed the tide of battle.
That's right. These fools don't interest me. You're what I'm in this for, Kakarot.
You'll be pleased to know that one of the three has a heart pumping with pure evil. Evil enough, in fact, that turning him over to our side should be child's play.
It's high time we put this nonsense to bed. I want to settle the score between us for good. Can't believe I let it go on for so long. Babidi, Deborah, Majin Buu. I'll roast them all along with this ship!
If you reawaken him, nothing will survive. Do you understand me? Nothing. Earth will be transformed into a barren wasteland. Every single living creature will be wiped out.
So what? You think the Earth's fate weighs on me? Let it die for all I care. It's never been my home.
Oh, he's not like the others at all. An excellent call, Deborah. His heart's as black as coal. This one didn't come here to fight the good fight, did he?
No.
Wait, no. It can't be. Vegeta, please! Keep control! Babidi's exploiting your negative emotions to make you his puppet! No, don't! He's beyond hope.
The Dark Prince returns. Stamped with the now iconic symbol, Vegeta has now become a weapon for the enemy, and Babidi transports them to the worst possible place.
Brace yourselves! There's no telling where he'll transport us!
Are we back at the tournament?
As the audience, we don't know yet to what extent Vegeta has regressed back to his old ways. He lets us know quickly what his intentions are, and to no one's surprise, it is to fight Kakarot one final time. He even brushes aside Babidi's orders.
That's right, Vegeta! Time for you to be a good henchman and do my bidding. Sap their energy until they're drained, then bring it back to me!
Silence! I am here for Kakarot. The others are beneath me.
Vegeta, you didn't.
But we find out quickly that Vegeta is not fucking around.
No!
Look out!
I wouldn't try to get out of it. Not unless you want me upping the body count by a few hundred more.
Goku has gotten the message. He has seen enough. Vegeta has turned back into the very monster he used to be. Supreme Kai steps in to make another plea to stop this. Unfortunately, he has no clue whatsoever what he stumbled into.
Who are you people? Don't you see the universe matters more than your meaningless squabble?
Meaningless, huh? What do you know of meaningless?
Vegeta is an enigma that people will have various levels of understanding for. On one hand, he can be seen as one-dimensional, being the angry guy who just wants to be the best. What adds upon him more layers than most other archetypes like him is the reasons for why he's so angry and why he wants to be the best. Having your entire race of people that you are supposed to lead wiped out to just a handful, then being led around as a slave by a creature far too powerful for you to oppose.
Vegeta, you have to listen to me. It was Frieza that ordered it all! To have your father killed, and to blow up our home planet!
I already knew that.
What, you knew? But how can you obey Frieza when you know what he's done to us?
So he killed my father, destroyed my people. That means nothing to me now. Strength is the only thing that matters in this world. Everything else is just a delusion for the weak. There's only one certainty in life. A strong man stands above and conquers all! I know how strong Frieza is. There's no way I can beat him now.
In a world where the only thing that matters is your own strength, Vegeta constantly sought after that strength, only to be pushed aside at every step. He couldn't stand up to Frieza. He wasn't even good enough to be in Frieza's private elite army. If that wasn't enough, being unable to put away someone low class like Kakarot, someone who wouldn't even be fit to shine your boots if your race was still alive. You come to Namek only to be shown that despite all the growth you have made, you still can't even stand up to the Ginyu Force, let alone their and your master. After all those trials and tribulations, even going as far as having someone blast a hole in you just for the sake of getting that sweet, sweet Zenkai boost, only to be utterly powerless against the demon who has controlled your very existence from the moment you were born. The only thing you can do is pass off the responsibility for avenging your people to the low-class shoeshine boy who has not just surpassed you, but has achieved the highest level that your race can possibly achieve, the legendary Super Saiyan. As if that is somehow not enough, you discover that somehow there is another Super Saiyan, another being who has surpassed you, and you don't even know why. You are haunted by this reality, by always being upended and replaced. It's not like you don't deserve it. You work, and you train, and you strive, pushing yourself to your limits, knocking on death's sword, all for the sake of being able to surpass Kakarot. The amount of loathing and self-hatred Vegeta felt inside him was what made him snap and finally achieve the legendary status. Finally, after all this time, he achieved this level and has become the strongest being in the universe. But that universe seemed to be playing a cruel joke, as it took it all away and had him beaten silly by a couple of bratty teens. As you put yourself through hell one more time to become the best, that moment is short-lived, all brought upon by your own foolish arrogance. By the end of it all, not only could you not surpass your number one goal in Kakarot, but his own child has now surpassed you in strength. Slowly, all that has given your life purpose and meaning gets eroded away.
Today I was outdone by father and son alike. Damn you, Kakarot! Your death was to come at my hands! I shall never fight again.
The world where strength was the only thing that mattered no longer existed. Your entire race has become nothing more than some distant memory as you settle down, have a family. Yet despite all that, there's only one thing you know how to do, only one thing that you're any good at, and that is training. So you spend 7 years non-stop in training, and you don't even know why. There's no more threats, Kakarot is gone, but what else can you do? Then, with a miracle, Kakarot comes back for a single day, and you're given the opportunity, the galactic tease, of being able to fight him once more. All those memories, those feelings, the reason for your very existence comes flooding back. and the fates seek to choose this day out of all days to throw a curveball and take it all away from you.
I don't care who needs our help! I didn't sign up for this idiotic tournament to solve other people's problems for them! I'm here to defeat you in one-on-one combat once and for all!
But would it even matter? In a flash, you were reminded of the same old story, told time and time again. You cannot beat him. He is always one step ahead. It's been more than 10 years since your humiliating defeat, and you have never, not once, had the chance to redeem yourself. And as things go now, it looks like you'll never be able to. So when you are given the opportunity that is given to so many people in history so many times over, a chance to make a deal with the devil himself, you take it.
Babidi! Move us to some place where there is no one around! I'll give Vegeta the fight he wants, but not here!
Goku has made his decision, and nothing will stop him.
Stand down! I will not be party to this foolishness. If you want to fight him, you'll have to get through me.
Nothing. Even Vegeta is shocked that Goku would dare raise a hand at effectively God. This situation has gotten out of the hero's hands, out of Divinity's hands.
I understand now.
Alrighty then. Guess you can fight somewhere else. Pa-pa-da-pa-pa!
Huh? What?
This is more to your liking, I trust. Yeah.
Supreme Kai decides he and Gohan will deal with Babidi and Dabura while the other two fight.
Hey, Vegeta, this is your master. Kill the two of them for me. Do it now!
Vegeta has sold his soul, and nothing will stop him.
Vegeta, what are you waiting for? Kill those meddlers, that's an order! Yes, do it now! Kill them all!
Nothing.
Hell no!
What?
Fighting Kakarot's all I care about! I am not some weakling to be ordered around! I am a Saiyan!
It will take more than head games to stop me. You may have invaded my mind and my body, but there's one thing a Saiyan always keeps: his pride!
If you fought that off, you must want to settle the score pretty badly. Right, Vegeta?
The stage is set. No more distractions. Goku vs. Vegeta.
So if it's alright with you, let's just skip the warm-up.
By all means. I just hope that being dead this long hasn't made your body fragile.
Impressive! You're stronger than Gohan was against Cell.
So maybe this fight isn't going to be quite as easy as I thought.
You see? This is our fate! Our battle!
Oh, Vegeta, what has happened to you?
I trust you'll have no more excuses.
None.
dignity.
Every breath you take is an assault to my honor. I will not live my life as your second.
I don't understand. You've never allowed anyone to help you before in your life. Why start now? Why Bobbity?
Because I wanted him to reawaken the evil in my heart. I just wanted to go back to being the person I was before! I wanted to go back to being the cold-blooded Saiyan I'd been in the beginning! The one who didn't care about anything except besting you in one-on-one combat! I wasn't happy! I didn't realize it at first, but all of you had made me too peaceful. You had domesticated me. I suddenly had a family of all things. And it didn't feel so terrible. But surrendering to Babadi's magic was a price I was willing to pay if it meant I could be my old self again.
No! Wait a sec! I'm sensing a huge source of energy. Majin Buu has finally been freed. There's no doubt about it!
As the most popular fight in Z unfolded, at an unknown distance away, the ball is hatched. Initially, it seems like something went wrong, but our first clue at the unbelievable powers of regeneration of this creature is that it formed itself from smoke. The ultimate incarnation of evil is... this. Every chance he gets, Toriyama looks to subvert the normal tropes of what a villain looks like. And this is by far the biggest subversion we have had in Dragon Ball. This fat, pink goofball is supposed to be the menace that Supreme Kai fears so much? Maybe Vegeta is right.
There you stand, looking all worried about him, when he hasn't given you a single reason to be scared. You're just buying into the hype.
Shin has been in awe of their might ever since this mess began. Maybe it really is that Buu was a tale thousands of years ago, but now it's nothing more than a joke. Even Dabura questions this pudgy creature. Unfortunately for him, we managed to get our first glimpse of the power of this monster.
You're just a bag of hot air.
Nothing can stop the battle of Goku vs. Vegeta.
You can tell yourself whatever you want to believe, but that guy means business.
Nothing except for the power of Buu. All three Saiyans can see that this is nothing good. Vegeta tricks Goku so he can end the fight between them until he can clean up the mess he has made. Gohan takes the Supreme Kai and tries flying away, but even in speed he is grossly outclassed. Buu continues to show us just how terrifying he can be.
You in Boo's way! You go by!
No, Gohan, look out!
Even the loyal Dabura tries to warn Babidi. A creature like this, you cannot control for long. Sooner or later, he will turn on you. And we get to see one of Buu's unique and terrifying abilities. He can turn people into food and eat them. This spells the end of Dabura, and Buu hardly had to put in effort to kill the Demon King. While all this is going on, Goten and Trunks have arrived onto the scene. Due to his death, Dabura's ability wore off, and Krillin and Piccolo have been turned back into flesh. The Supreme Kai is down. Gohan is presumed dead. Piccolo and Krillin obviously outclassed. What is needed is a savior.
What? My ship is destroyed! You traitor! After all the power I gave you!
Overkill, I know, but smashing through your ship's portals was the fastest way here.
Majin Vegeta has appeared onto the scene, and he begins his assault on Majin Buu. Blow after blow, he continuously beats Majin Buu with hits that would best any man. But Buu is no man. No one really knows what he is. Even holes blown through his body mean nothing to him. How can you stop such a creature? But it's not just his regeneration skills that are to be feared. It seems like all hope is lost before Goten and Trunks rush onto the scene. They smack Majin Buu away, saving Vegeta's life.
Hurry! Dad! Oh no! Come on, get up! Just shake it off! Dad! Dad! Dad!
It seems like some sense might have been beaten into him as well, as Vegeta opens his eyes, possibly for the first time in his life. As Vegeta regains his composure, Piccolo heads over to deal with Babidi. Showing that his magic has limits, Piccolo makes quick work of the disgusting, evil creature.
Just die!
Piccolo and Vegeta look at each other, knowing instinctually what comes next. Vegeta begins to make peace as he makes his final amends to his son.
Trunks, you are my only son, and yet I haven't held you once since you were a baby, have I? Come here, son.
Wait, Dad, what are you doing? Hey, cut it out. You're embarrassing me.
You've made me proud, my son.
What did you do to him? Why'd you do that? What's wrong with you? Why did you do that to Trunks?
The air is thick. Having the evil within his heart unleashed, it showed Vegeta what he has become.
Just tell me one thing before you go. In this other world, or whatever it's called, will I see Kakarot again?
I couldn't forgive myself if I gave you a false hope at a time like this, so I'll tell you the truth. You won't see him, no.
I see. That's too bad.
All right, you'd better be going. Now. Right.
Hey, wait! You don't leave now!
Hold on, Majin Buu!
Huh?
You'll deal with them only after you've defeated me. You got that? Or should I slow down, you pink twerp?
For all that he has done up until now, Vegeta can at least take care of Majin Buu. It will be his final atonement.
For the first time, Vegeta is fighting for someone other than himself, controlling his own fate.
You are a fool! I'm going to crush you and throw you into the wind! Trunks, Bulma, I do this for you. And yes, even for you, Kakarot.
Everybody on Earth is gonna die! He'll kill them all! Even Trunks and Bulma!
Shut up! I sold my soul to Babidi, so meaningless attachments wouldn't weaken me anymore! I don't care what happens to Trunks and Bulma! Anybody else!
You're lying! You care about him a lot!
Kakarot, I never could stand you. I've hated you since the moment we met. You've been a cruel joke played on me by fate. No matter how strong I became, you somehow managed to keep one step ahead. But today, I will be the hero. So sleep now, Kakarot. Sleep as long as you want. When you wake, this will all be over. Majin Buu's story will be finished. And so will mine.
And so, one of the Earth's greatest warriors has vanished in a blinding flash of light, having made the ultimate sacrifice for the sake of his loved ones. His name was Vegeta, a proud Saiyan prince.
Something's wrong. Why is my heart suddenly beating so fast?